In a quiet village surrounded by lush forests and flowing rivers, there lived a woman named Aya. Aya was known for her boundless energy and her relentless pursuit of perfection. She was always busy, working, planning, and striving to achieve more. Yet despite her accomplishments, she felt a deep emptiness within her. Her mind was a storm of thoughts, and her heart longed for stillness. One evening, as Aya sat by the river, an elderly traveler approached her. He carried a small bell, its surface worn with age, and his eyes sparkled with wisdom. "Why do you look so troubled, young one?" the traveler asked gently. Aya sighed. "I feel like I'm running in circles. No matter how much I do, I can't find peace. My mind is always racing, and my heart feels heavy." The traveler nodded knowingly. "What you seek is not outside of you. It is within. Come with me, and I will show you the way." Curious and desperate for answers, Aya followed the traveler to a small temple hidden deep in the forest. Inside, the air was still, and the only sound was the soft rustling of leaves outside. In the center of the temple hung a large, ancient bell. The traveler handed Aya a small mallet. "Ring the bell," he instructed. Aya struck the bell with all her might. A deep, resonant sound filled the temple, echoing for what felt like an eternity. She waited for the sound to fade, but it seemed to linger, growing louder in her mind. "Again," the traveler said. Aya struck the bell again and again, each time with more force. The sound grew overwhelming, filling the temple and her mind until she could hardly think. She turned to the traveler, frustrated. "Why are you making me do this? The noise is unbearable." The traveler smiled softly. "The noise outside is only a reflection of the noise within. To find stillness, you must first quiet the bell in your mind." Aya frowned. "How do I do that?" The traveler gestured to the bell. "Sit here and listen. Do not strike the bell again. Simply wait." Aya sat down, her mind still buzzing with frustration. But as the minutes passed, the echoes of the bell began to fade. The temple grew quieter, and so did her thoughts. She focused on her breath, letting go of her worries and her need to control everything. Slowly, she felt a sense of calm wash over her. Hours passed, though it felt like moments. When Aya opened her eyes, the traveler was gone. The bell hung silently, and the temple was filled with a profound stillness. In that moment, Aya understood. She realized that the noise in her life had been created by her own striving, her own resistance to simply being. By letting go of her need to control and allowing herself to be present, she had found the peace she had been searching for. From that day forward, Aya carried the lesson of the silent bell in her heart. Whenever she felt overwhelmed, she would close her eyes, breathe deeply, and remember that stillness was always within her reach. She learned that true peace comes not from doing more, but from being fully present in the moment. And so Aya lived a life of balance, finding joy in both action and stillness, knowing that the quiet within her was the source of all strength and clarity.